I just don't understand, and I will never understand, and I'm not here to understand. Cinderella. Hot. But that's Disney for you, right?
Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. It's been a while since I've done a sit-down video. If you watch my vlogs, you may know that I am a UC San Diego student graduating in March. So I've been quite busy finishing up school. I'm also working on a senior thesis, which is kind of comical for me, just considering how I'm trying to juggle it all is not easy. But I just wanted to do a fun sit down, relaxed video. I haven't done one of these in a while, like I said, because mostly I've been making vlogs, which has been fun. But since nothing is really new in my life, I thought I would do like a get to know me video tag. I hope you guys know that once I finish school, I'm going full throttle. Planning on making a lot more videos and more silly videos once I have more time. I do apologize for not being consistent with my upload schedule, but I know you guys understand if you are working or in school or taking care of your family, anything like that. You guys know how busy life is right now. And just to get our minds off of everything that's going on right now, I thought I just want to film some lighthearted, fun content. So let's do this. I just typed in on YouTube, get to know me, and there's actually a lot of new aspiring YouTubers who are doing the same thing, which is really cool, and I'll have to check out their channels. But I'm just taking some of the questions that I see from some people who have answered these types of questions. Am I making sense? Basically hopping on the bandwagon and answering their questions, and yeah. So let's get started. Okay, the first question is, what is your name? My name is Rachel. I always thought my name was kind of basic. I wanted to be named something a little bit different. My dad actually wanted to name me Christina after, I think, a pro wrestler, which is kind of cool. Or I think she was a pro bullfighter. I'm not really sure. But I don't look like a Christina in my opinion. I feel like I look like a Rachel. Maybe I don't know. But my mom won and she got to name me Rachel, so yeah. And my two middle names are Marie, Margaret. I sound like an old woman, but I like the name Margaret too in a weird way. I like the name Margarita. I think that also would be a really pretty name. I don't know why I like it, but it's, I think, pretty, so. But I'm Margaret. Marg. How old are you? I'm 24. I just turned 24 in December. I kind of feel old because I feel like a lot of YouTubers now are quite younger. I know a lot of YouTubers usually start their channels when they're young, but I kind of felt, although I did post videos when I was 17, I was always scared of YouTube and being young and being so bold on camera. So I just decided you're never too old to do something. And I know I'm not old. I know that, you know, I'm young, but compared to what people are doing on YouTube, I feel like there's just a lot of young YouTubers. So I'm kind of old, but still love YouTube, and I am excited to make videos for hopefully the rest of my life. I don't know. I'm so awkward. I don't know why I'm so awkward. It's like I haven't filmed for a week and now I'm like, I don't know how to film. What's your zodiac sign? So I'm a Sagittarius sun, which means the part I identify with the Sagittarius is that I'm too honest, almost to a fault. Like, I will have to tell people exactly what I think, and even if it offends someone. So that's kind of the Sagittarius thing, I feel, just because I'm always like, honesty is the best policy, but sometimes it's not. Sun Sag, and then I'm a Pisces moon and a Virgo rising, so I come across very meticulous and organized, and I like to plan things out with my life, otherwise I feel like I'm out of control. And Pisces, I guess, shows that I'm a crybaby and I feel a lot of emotions all the time. So yeah, I feel like I can empathize with people because I'm always emotional. Let me know what your guys' zodiac signs are. I think they're just fun and interesting to hear. I'd also be interested if people could tell that I'm what I said. I don't know. What is my height? I like to say I'm 5'4.5", but I am 5'4", which is great and not so great. I always liked my height and didn't mind it until I wanted to start doing like commercial modeling, and that's been very, very, very unsuccessful because I think of my height and maybe my face. I don't know if I'm what people are looking for, which kind of is sad, but that's the way it is with modeling. You can't take it personally, and so that's why I'm bummed about my height, because I feel like if I was at least 5'5" or 5'6", but you know, I'm trying not to look at it with a vanity or superficial lens, because modeling is very surface. I just kind of wanted to do it while I was young, and it's not working out. Maybe this is a lesson for me that it's not my calling. Where are you from? Where do you live? I'm from San Diego. I live in San Diego right now. Born and raised, native San Diegan, and I love living here, and yeah, I think I would love to live in Southern California for the rest of my life. But I used to be super into traveling when I was younger. I lived in London for a year for college, which was super fun, and I thought I wanted to live abroad or somewhere else, but I'm very family oriented and all my family lives in Southern California. Some live a little bit up north, some live in my area, so I just feel super blessed to be able to live around my family and would like to do that. So yeah, but ultimately I think I'm gonna move up to Los Angeles, not because I want to live the not because I'm thinking like, oh, if I moved to Los Angeles I could be a YouTuber, but because my significant other lives up there and we've been doing long distance for almost 3 years, so we're trying to close the gap, and because his profession and his industry is in Los Angeles, it just makes sense for us to live up there. Where do you go to college? I go to UC San Diego. I showed this. I've actually, fun fact, been to 5 different colleges. I think I've said this so many times, for university. So if you're a college student or you want to be a college student and you're struggling with different schools or not knowing where you want to go or where you fit in, or if you transferred, know that you're not alone. There's other people who have done it. I never thought that I would be graduating with honors at a nice university because I've messed up so many times in college, but it just goes to show if you stay persistent and you fight for what you want, it will work out. So I kind of want to be a living, breathing testimony of that and inspire people and let people know that just because you mess up in life doesn't mean it's the end result for you. Like I said, like, I am a good student, but I've gone through some crazy stuff in my life that has led me to go to multiple schools, and I'm just really proud of myself for fighting through it and fighting for a degree, because it's not easy. I know that there's so many factors involved, financial reasons, social reasons, health reasons. It's a lot. So if you feel like you can't graduate on time, or you feel like you're getting thrown under the system by the stupid rules and everything that goes on, just know that you're not alone and you can do it, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Sorry, I got preachy, but that's kind of my story. So anyway, I go to UC San Diego. My graduating class was supposed to be 2019, but like I said, through health reasons, financial reasons, all that stuff, I took some time. Now I'm graduating in March, and I'm really, really excited, and we shall see what I can do with a degree, because I don't know. What are you studying? I'm studying world literature and culture with an emphasis on media. I've always liked multimedia, things that incorporate all kinds of level of art. So I'm just kind of interested in being a creative person, expressing creative things. I've always loved photography, cinematography, art, literature, obviously world literature and culture. So who knows what I will do with that, but I'm kind of thinking social media marketing. I do want to write and publish stuff one day, but yeah, I just chose to study something I loved. I started off studying international economics and business, and as much as I love entrepreneurial work, which is what I started off doing and actually kind of was on the right path, if that makes sense, it's important to study what you're passionate about in college. I just felt like a lot of me was taken away when I was choosing to study business because I wasn't the happiest. I wasn't learning what I wanted to learn, and you only get one life. So I know a lot of people think of practicability, but I just didn't want to be sad and depressed working a job I didn't want to be in. Yeah, I'm thinking I might go back for an MBA if I can afford to and if that's where life leads me, but I just decided that I've always loved literature and reading and writing, and I should study it, so that's my major. And it's also technically comparative literature because I'm in the process of studying French text, which is not always easy if you don't have a good foundation in a language. I wanted to study Japanese, but UCSD doesn't have a comparative literature program in Japanese, at least not right now. So that's why I took French. I do want to learn French. It was the language I started off learning when I was in high school, and then I switched to Japanese. So it ended up working out. But originally I was planning on learning Japanese. So, 日本語を話しますか? 文学を勉強します. What do you want to do with your life? I'm one of those people who I never had that one thing dead set in my life that I knew I was going to do. I never grew up thinking, oh, I'm going to play piano for the rest of my life. I'm kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. Is that what they say? Type of person, because I'm interested in a lot of different things but can never commit to anything. I grew up with a lot of hobbies, and yeah, I don't even know. If I'm being honest, I just want to inspire and create and impact people in a positive way. I do have like a business that I'd love to create one day, but that's if I have the economic means to do so. And with the way the world is right now, starting a business is not the best idea unless it's anything related to the panorama we are going through. But yeah, I would love to keep doing social media stuff. I would love to keep making YouTube videos. It would be a dream come true if I could make YouTube somewhat a job. It's a passion of mine. I've always wanted to do ever since I discovered what YouTube was and found out that people made videos when I was a kid. So it would be a huge dream of mine to do YouTube stuff. I would also like to write. I've written some poetry that I've posted on my YouTube channel, but I would actually like to write books. I think it would be super fun to write a young adult book because they're so cheesy and I still love them. I also think it would be fun to write short stories. I think it would be interesting to write memoirs. I'm actually in the process of writing something kind of memoir-like. I just want to write, inspire people, love on people, help people, do good in my life, make a positive impact, and I think that's all you can really ask for. So whatever way that is, I'm kind of letting life work itself out for me. And it's not saying I don't have any passion or drive, because I do, but I also know that like finding your purpose or your calling isn't just in one thing. Like, I think they say the average jobs a person has in their life is about 7, like different jobs. Like, people are always bouncing around, so yeah, who knows? What's your favorite thing about where you live? I have to say, hands down, the Mexican food, California burritos. I know it's not from Mexico, but our Mexican food is amazing here. You can't get it anywhere else, in my opinion. I just love, love, love the food that we have here. Also, the fact that the weather's nice. Like right now, it's actually rainy and cloudy, but we're very fortunate to have good weather in San Diego. What I don't like, the least favorite thing, is as a young person, this town is pretty snoozy. A lot of things close early. It's not like LA where you know that there'll be some type of restaurant open at midnight. Like we don't have the city life to the extent that other big cities do. So that's kind of the downside of San Diego. It's more of a sleepy town, especially if you're up north a little in North County. It's just more like we go to bed at 10 p.m. every day. So as a young person, you really have to be into the culture of like beachy, surfy, waves, chill vibes. Otherwise it's not really the place for you. So okay, so one of the questions is what's your biggest fear, but I feel like telling your biggest fear to other people on the internet is kind of scary. If it was like surface level, my biggest fear would be like swarmed with a ton of spiders all over my body. Like, that's really terrifying for me. I do not like spiders at all, so they're just so scary. They're creepy, crawly, gross. Or snakes. If snakes were all over my body, get me out of here. Get me out. This is such a basic question. It says, what's your favorite Starbucks drink? I don't really have one. I like dirty chai, like a real dirty. If people don't know what that is, it's like chai tea with espresso shots. I like a dirty chai. I don't know why. Dirty chais are really good. I think that I would have to say that. I am not a huge coffee drinker, honestly. I do drink coffee because I need it to be awake, but I'm not a coffee, like it's not my preferred. If you ask me what's my favorite tea, right now my favorite tea is strawberry vanilla green tea or blueberry green tea is always a favorite. And I also love Earl Grey tea. I'll put a little bit of non-dairy milk in there and a little bit of creamer to make it a little sweet. That's been my favorite right now. Are you a good cook? I wouldn't say particularly I'm a good cook, just because I have one of my brothers is a phenomenal cook. Like, I really think that he should be a chef one day, and that's his calling because he is so freaking good at cooking. So I wouldn't say I'm phenomenal. I know how to make certain stuff. I can make pretty good fried rice. My mom's side of the family is Filipino, and she really just taught me how to make leftovers taste good, like to make a dish out of leftovers. Like, it's a very Filipino thing to have a rice at all times and then just say, what can we add to rice to make it taste good? So I feel like I can do that. I can cook the basic things. Anything that's pretty basic I can cook pretty well, but I'm a good baker is what I'd have to say. I make really good chocolate chip cookies, make really good key lime pie, really good lemon bars, and I can make vegan lemon bars, which are really good. I'm actually a good baker, not a good cook. What's your favorite color? I love, love, love royal purple. Anything purple, just because purple is the symbol of royalty, honestly. Not actually. I've always loved purple, and then when I found that out as a kid, it made it like even better for me. I just think purple's so pretty. Any shade of purple. I'm a purple fan. Purple is a fun word. Purple. What's your favorite place in the world? My favorite place in the world is cheesy, but essentially anywhere that my family is, that my boyfriend's at. Someone who can't afford to travel everywhere in the world, I think my favorite place is like home is where the heart is type of thing, wherever I'm closest to my family. But for a long time, my favorite place in the world was London, because that's like the first place I lived outside of San Diego when I was 18, and I love London, especially Richmond. I think it's such a beautiful, beautiful city. New Orleans. New Orleans is one of my favorite places in the world, hands down. I don't know how I could forget, because I love jazz music, I love the culture. If you know the history of New Orleans, it's kind of like crazy. But I'm so interested in New Orleans cuisine, culture, food, dance. Like, New Orleans is just such a special place. When I turned 21, I went with my two older brothers to New Orleans, along with my sister-in-law, and this was right before she got engaged to my brother. She actually got engaged to him on the trip in New Orleans. It was so much fun. We had the best time. New Orleans and Christmas time was just magical. I fell in love with New Orleans. I actually took jazz history afterwards and wish that I knew all the information I did before going to New Orleans, but it was such a, like, I'm getting chills. New Orleans is just such a fun place to visit. Okay, so this question is, how many times have you been to Disney? So Disneyland is in Anaheim. I live in San Diego. It's like an hour and 15-minute drive, if anything, so it's pretty close. I used to go to Disneyland a lot when I was a kid, mostly because my brothers went to a college that was right by Disneyland, so we'd pick them up. My little brother and I would drive up and pick them up and go to Disney, and yeah, I have a lot of fun memories going to Disneyland. Favorite Disney princess? As a kid, I loved Belle because I liked that she was studious, but then the whole thing of her falling in love with Beast is just a little... I love Princess Tiana. I really wish that they didn't turn her into a frog for the whole movie, but I like her morals of working hard, being independent. She's beautiful. Yeah, I love Princess Tiana, and Prince Naveen is kind of a little, but he's cool. I don't know why I wasn't into Ariel. Her story just kind of freaked me out, and the whole under the water thing. I don't know, it just creeped me out. It was weird. It was really weird. There's a lot of questions to be asked in every Disney movie, honestly. Like, strange. Why did Prince Eric like someone who couldn't even talk? It was all pretty shallow. But that's Disney for you, right? It's all a little bit messed up, the things that you learn. I mean, the whole concept of Disney princesses shows that, like, you can get anything you want if you have good looks. Like, I feel like Disney just promotes shallowness and vanity, because all the Disney princesses got what they wanted because they had good looks. Snow White didn't get stabbed by that dagger dude because she was good looking, and he probably was like, oh crap, she's hot, I'm not gonna kill her. Cinderella, hot. She got to be a princess even though she was poor. they portrayed everyone else not as good looking as her, so that's why I think Disney's a little messed up. The only one that was kind of like cool, I guess, was Mulan, and then they really butchered that with the live animation remake. That was a problem. What's your favorite TV show? That's actually a hard one because I don't really have a favorite. I'll share my favorite films. Love The Grand Budapest Hotel, one of my all-time favorites. Love Wes Anderson, specifically for that movie. Love Lord of the Rings, anything Lord of the Rings. I love Rush Hour. My brother, that's his like favorite series or trilogy. I do like old cheesy rom-coms. I love When Harry Met Sally. I do have to say I love Ouran High School Host Club. If anyone's seen that, that's my bear, Kuma-chan, but Tamaki is what I call him. And yeah, I love Ouran High School Host Club. I love The Hookup Plan, the French TV show, if anyone has seen that. Don't talk to me about Friends. I know a lot of people love Friends. I will never get on that train. I just don't understand, and I will never understand, and I'm not here to understand. I'm sorry if you're a Friends stan, but that is not for me. Thank you very much. I'm so done with hearing about Friends, okay? Yeah. I don't know. My favorite thing about YouTube, I love that you can see so many people from different places of the world and get to know them. It's kind of creepy, I know, but it's kind of like you guys are watching me and you're learning about me and my life. Like, it's cool to see people who aren't celebrities showcase their lives. I really like that about YouTube. I like that there's a place where people can have voices and talk about things. Like, I like to talk about sometimes important, to me, what I think are important subjects. I love listening to people talk about important subjects, and I also like that YouTube is like the internet where you can look up and research basically anything. You can always watch a YouTube video on how to tie your shoes. I don't know. There's just so many things. Like if I don't know about a subject like commodity fetishism, I could look it up and then learn about it on YouTube. Like, I think that's pretty cool as well. But yeah, seeing people that like feel like your friends on the internet, it's pretty fun, honestly. Kind of a crazy concept. The last one is why you should subscribe to my channel. What's this channel going to be about? I don't know. I really don't know. It's up to you. It's you who decides why you want to subscribe to me. My kind of philosophy, or the way I see my channel, is I just want to be a friend. I just want to be a place where someone could escape and I just want this to be a fun place that will hopefully entertain people, and I don't know if it does, but yeah, you should subscribe to my channel because I'm a dork and I am embarrassing enough to put myself out there and hope that people connect with my personality. I don't know. That's like actually a good question that would probably help me figure out what I'm doing on YouTube. I don't really know. But for some reason, I'm doing this whole YouTube thing wrong because I'm not growing on my channel. I've had my channel for a really long time, and sometimes it does make me question what I'm doing when I see people who haven't had their channel for a long time and all of a sudden have a huge following or growing a ton. It makes me think, what the am I not doing that, you know? But that's life, and I just gotta keep being me and keep being myself and hope that someday people will want to hear what I have to say. Let's see if there's any more questions I can answer. When people don't put the questions in the bio, it really bums me out because this is literally what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to read trying to take their questions and make them mine. No one's putting in the questions, so I'm going to Safari to see if there's any more questions. These are more interesting questions. We're gonna move on to more interesting ones. This is signupgenius.com. Who is your hero? If you haven't seen my video with my grandpa is my hero. He's gone through some crazy stuff and has survived. And he's almost 96. He turns 96 in June, and just the way he has lived his life and loved others so hard, like, he's been through some hard stuff. This one's my favorite family vacation. Definitely has to be when we visited our family from the Philippines. We went to Ilocos Norte, if anyone knows where that is, and Manila to see family, and that was definitely a super fun family vacation. And yeah, I got to meet all my family who lives over there, which was really cool. What motivates you to work hard? What motivates me to work hard is knowing that the journey is rewarding and knowing Like, dreaming big. Your dreams should be big, and if they scare you, it's a good thing, I think. I don't know. Is that good advice? Probably not. Trying to establish some independency really motivates me, because as blessed and fortunate as I am living in America, I don't have my future handed to me. I don't have nepotism. I don't have my parents funding my future lifestyle. I'm living at home right now, and as soon as I leave, like, I'm going to have to pay rent. I'm very fortunate that my parents pay rent for me because I'm living at their house, but I pay for essentially everything else, and I think that motivates me to work harder, knowing that, like, it's not given to me, and wanting to prove people wrong, because I think there's a lot of people who want to see you fail. But if you can get yourself back up from any situation, it shows your strength. And yeah, I never want to be a weak person or let my fears or what other people say about me or think about me get in the way of me motivating myself or accomplishing my dreams. And you will never be the same person you are today. People constantly change and evolve, so who I was a year ago is not who I am today. If you know me and haven't seen me in a really long time, you don't really know me, because you know a version of me that isn't me anymore, you know, because people change. And I hope you're changing, and I hope I'm changing for the better and becoming a more loving, selfless person, and I hope the same for other people. And so, what's my proudest accomplishment? Proudest accomplishment truly is picking myself back up when I was at my lowest, and I think that to me is bigger and better than anything I could do in terms of getting recognitions or awards from other people. People don't realize that all the superficial things in the world are getting awards like that versus actually surviving traumatic experiences. And I think I'm really proud of myself for not letting any traumatic experiences ruin me, but allowing myself to heal. Had I not taken a year off from college, I would not be who I am today. And so I'm really proud of myself for getting rid of toxic things in my life and overcoming a lot of trauma that I didn't realize was extremely traumatic at the time. And now that I'm out of it, I'm like, holy moly, I cannot believe I went through that and survived. So I think that's my proudest accomplishment, and I just want other people to know that if they're in a dark space, that it doesn't have to be forever, and you can overcome anything that's difficult in life. It's easier said than done, of course, I know that, but I truly want people to know that they're not alone with the struggles that they're going through. So, what did you want to be when you were a child? I loved teaching. First I wanted to be a veterinarian. I thought it was a vegetarian, so I would tell people I wanted to be a vegetarian, a veterinarian, because I liked, and I still do, I love animals. Then I thought I wanted to do interior designing or fashion, because I was really into fabrics, kind of weird. I was into like textures and colors and stuff like that, and designing. I would always want to reorganize my room. But ultimately, I think I wanted to be a teacher, because I would force my little brother to take lessons from me. I would sit him down and be like, this is the lesson plan today. I've written it all out. I used to give my mom report cards of my little brother. Like, I was very aggressive about wanting to be a teacher. And I think that in a sense, I do get to be a teacher, because I'm making YouTube videos where people listen to me talk. I mean, that's kind of what a teacher does. They just talk and lecture, and I think I'm expressing that in some kind of way. If you were a superhero, what powers would you have? I would definitely have teleportation. I think that'd be the coolest power ever. I would love to teleport. I'd also love to be invisible, because I am nosy, and I would definitely eavesdrop on people's conversations. Probably not good for me, but I would totally do that. I also would love to know every language in the world. That would be a super sick superpower. If you went anywhere and people could understand you, I think that would be really cool. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, I'll be 29. I don't know. Because what if it's so different than what I imagine? Like, that's scary itself. That's why I don't plan for this kind of stuff. Never plan, because if I saw myself in 5 years when I was 18, I'd be 23. When I was 23, I was working at bar mitzvahs, going to UCSD. I would have never imagined that when I was 18. So now I can't even say I don't know. In 5 years, I hope that I'm just like even more of a better person than I am now. That's all I'll say. 5 years from now, I hope I'm happy. What's your favorite holiday? I don't know. You know, Halloween, you get to dress up as a kid and go trick-or-treating. I love that. I remember going trick-or-treating for the last time when I was 18, telling everyone at the door. I was too old to be trick-or-treating anyways, but I was like, my last year of being a child. Actually, I think I was 17. I was like, give me candy, I'm so sad. Yeah, Halloween is definitely really fun. I do love Christmas and Christmas time, but I always feel like it goes by too quickly because of finals and everyone's busy, and then it's my birthday and I don't get to celebrate and enjoy all the Christmas festivities like I'd like to. Is there anything else that's fun? Yeah, no. So, okay, one of these questions is, what's your favorite type of foreign food? I think my two favorite food groups are Japanese food and Mexican food. I think have to be my favorite. I like anything Asian food. What was your favorite subject in school? Elementary school, I'd have to say I really liked grammar for some reason. Like, I was a weird kid in that sense. I hated everything else, essentially, yeah. And then in high school, I loved history. I thought I was gonna be a history professor. Like, I killed it in history, loved history a lot. Turns out history isn't always told the way it should, the real version. So I don't think I really learned a lot of good, true history. Not necessarily good. Like, the more honest, real version of history until I went to UCSD, to be honest. Are you an introvert or extrovert? I'd say I lean more towards being an introvert. I think a lot of YouTubers are, because like we're more comfortable talking in front of a camera and like that's entertaining and fun for us than going out and socializing. There comes a time where I will turn off. Like, if I'm hanging out with people and I'm done, I'm just gonna not talk or say anything. That's how I just need my own time to recharge and just like silence, not a ton of extroverted qualities. I do like being social. I lean more towards needing to recharge by myself than constantly being okay with being around people. I would prefer to hang out in a group of 5 of my closest friends than go to a party, if that makes sense. But I do love a good party. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny would you say you are? I think I'm pretty funny. I just don't know how to always be funny in front of the camera because it's a solo party. I'm gonna give myself a 7 because I'm not always funny, but when I am, I'm hilarious. What was your first job? I'd have to say like babysitting or something, you know, getting paid on the table, that good. But first job, I was a hostess at a restaurant. I had other jobs, but if we're talking about like an average job that everyone basically gets when they're young, hostess. Ooh, favorite ice cream flavor. I love ice cream, but I'm lactose intolerant. It's just been really hard, but I've worked really hard to find good dairy-free or lactose-free ice cream. I love mint chocolate chip. I also loved Half-Baked by Ben & Jerry's. Half-Baked, but like dairy-free, or back in the day when I did eat dairy and suffered the consequences. Yeah. Favorite drink. Okay, I'm gonna do alcoholic first and then non-alcoholic. Alcoholic, I love a gin and tonic. A GT. What's there else to say? A GT is everything to me. A dirty gin and tonic. Root beer floats. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Key lime LaCroix is really good. I tend to drink sparkling water now to kind of curb my carbonation addiction. Do you have brothers or sisters? How many? I have 3 brothers. Who's your best friend? Obviously my boyfriend and Tori, who you've seen on the vlogs. I love you guys both so much. Yeah, I'm kind of getting over these questions, so I think I'm gonna end them here. But I did have a lot of fun filming this, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun getting to know me. If you have any other questions, let me know. If you want to answer some of the questions that I answered. I love hearing from other people, so don't be shy. Feel free to leave a comment. Yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching my videos. You guys have no idea how much it means to me and how much I appreciate each and every one of you. If you do like my videos and if you are new here, please subscribe if you'd like to, and if you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm dying in school. I'm drowning in work. If you're seeing this, just know I'm suffering, and pretty soon I won't be, and that's gonna be very exciting. So yeah, but there's bigger issues in the world than me trying to finish school. But you know, it's not easy being a student during these times, so if anyone knows, you know. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for being patient with me, and just know when mid-March comes around, things are changing. I will have a lot more videos and a lot more time to make videos and post stuff. So yes, thanks for being patient with me. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye!